Take the glasses off real quick. Slating.
Ow!
That we slate.
Ah. Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to GeekinOut. I'm yours truly, Dave Meister. Here today, I got
Gabe. Gabriel, Bob.
I got the Bob.
The Bob.
I got the Bob with me.
That makes me sound like I'm the Blob.
The Blob.
I'm not that big.
I'm just calling you Bob. You
Bob.
said that.
I'm like if Kevin Smith was half Gormanian.
But today we're going to be reviewing Star Trek Beyond, the third installment of the Star Trek series, the rebooted Star Trek series.
Mm-hmm.
There are spoilers, so you are warned.
Warned. Like real Will Robinson.
Danger, Will Robinson! Danger, danger, danger!
Well, it's not danger, just warning.
Okay, it's warning.
But before we get into that, we'd just like to take a quick moment of silence for Anton Yelchin. You all know him as Chekhov, the latest Chekhov. He passed away not too long ago due to sort of a freak accident with his Jeep. So let's have a moment of silence for him. We miss you, Anton. Really do. You've got some great movies.
Yeah, he did a fantastic.
There. He's a great actor.
He did a fantastic job with
really
the third one, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy that he's gonna miss this one.
I know. And they're gonna have to take him out of the new one. So
yeah.
All right, let's get out of this somber note because if we don't, then I'm gonna start crying, and if I start crying, then Nate starts crying. If Nate starts crying, then Boba starts crying. We all know what happens when Boba starts crying.
People get murdered.
Anyway, Star Trek Beyond. Was it beyond your expectations?
Well, not beyond my expectations. That'd be too much. I could say it's a good Star Trek film.
Yeah.
It's not as great as... Come on.
My name is Khan.
Khan. One of the most iconic Star Trek villains ever.
Beautiful character.
Oh,
and Cumberbatch just did a fantastic job just emulating the Khan.
Of course.
Oh.
So this one was good.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun watching it.
Oh yeah. A lot of action, more action than Into Darkness.
Yes.
But Into Darkness had the story though. It has the story.
Yeah. It's worth going to see.
Oh yeah, definitely
worth going to see in theaters. Mm-hmm. I don't think you should wait. Again, since we have given the spoilers thing earlier, I think one thing that really got me was the whole day was saved by not the Star Trek crew, but by the Beastie Boys.
That ending, and like I knew that song was coming in because the trailer.
The trailer, but we were always questioning, why are we going with that song for the trailer?
When they brought that song in to the film, there was no relevance to it before it was brought out. It would be the weakness to the enemy.
Oh, I mean, they did sort of hint at it when what's her name, the girl with the white face and everything like that, like how she had the ship. And the old Star Trek.
Let me see. What was her name? I don't have her pop.
I don't think you have her pop.
Jayla?
Jayla? Was that?
Is it
so
Jayla?
The character's name is Jayla.
Yeah.
Pardon me.
He likes that scene.
They're listening to the music, and she's like, I like the music and the beat and everything. They started hinting that would sort of play more of a role.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd go with the way they went with it. I thought maybe they would just be like, you know what? We need, while we're kicking ass right now, some music.
Okay, let's never do that again.
Kirk just finished off with his 5-year mission with his crew, and now he's trying to figure out what he wants to do with his life.
Right.
You joined to see if you could live up to him.
And they even hint at the Admiralty that Kirk eventually gets, because in the original Star Trek series, or the original movies with Shatner, Kirk does become an admiral. I wonder if they're going to if they continue the movies, which I hope they do, because these were good. This is great that they actually make Kirk an admiral. The only thing I was sort of loose with this movie was they kind of went in a safer direction with making up their own villain.
Mercy will be the last thing on his mind.
I am counting on it.
Star Trek has a lot of iconic villains now. The original Star Trek one was great because we brought back the original Spock, and it was a whole new timeline, and we could explain why that happened with the new Romulan mining ship and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then once you brought in Khan, you're setting up for iconic villains to come in. So I feel like we should have characters that are from the original movie series that need to come back in. It would be nice to see Khan come back.
That should be, if they're going to do another 3 films, Khan should be the 6th one.
No, if Khan comes back, what should happen is it shouldn't just be Khan. It should be Khan and his whole crew.
Oh, yeah.
Then it'd be a literal, face-off of, you wronged me, I got my crew out now it's my crew versus your crew. That would be epic.
I'm not really a big fan of this villain.
Unity is not your strength.
No, I wasn't either.
I wasn't.
I feel like it was just a safe bet.
Yeah.
Let's make up our own villain. Let's make up why he's going through this stuff and give Kirk something to overcome. And the same with Zachary Quinto's character, Spock. Give Spock something to overcome as well.
And I like the story they told about Spock in this one. It was very interesting and very heartwarming.
But it's even more powerful because of the loss of Vulcan.
Yeah.
Because the Vulcan society and that race is so limited now. It's whether or not he stays with Kirk or continues to build back the Vulcan society.
Yeah.
Fear of death is illogical.
That was very heartwarming. I one of the things I think we should mention was Sulu.
Sulu. Oh, yes.
What they did with Sulu. What are your thoughts about what they did with
Sulu?
Sulu?
Okay. Now, George Takei, he played the original Sulu, of course. Right. Sulu, in this film, was introduced as a homosexual.
Yeah.
He's a gay character. And George Takei, he wasn't on board with this. He felt that Sulu has always been a straight character.
Really?
Yeah.
George was not... GT was not on board?
No, because the thing is, he felt that he played a straight character, and Sulu has always been a straight character.
I remember watching the original show, and there was just always slight hints that Sulu was gay, especially when he... I think even GT even mentioned at one point when he stripped down to just his... he had no shirt, and he had his rapier out and stuff because he was a sword fighter. That he was I was I get to show off a little bit here. I like the decision.
I don't mind it.
Was because,
I understand where he's coming from, though.
Yeah,
I understand where he's coming from.
But I like the decision to make Sulu in this one gay.
Yeah, I didn't mind it.
And I think
and I like how they approached it too.
You see it in the very beginning of the film. It doesn't give away much. So beginning of the film, you see him with a picture of a daughter, and you think, okay, he's got a family. Then when they get off at the space station, it's not him meeting his daughter and his wife. It's his daughter and his partner or his husband or whatever.
Yeah.
But they did a great job of making it subtle. But I liked the decision. I think it was great.
Sulu, you can fly this thing, right?
You kidding me, sir?
One of the things that I never understood about Star Trek, and maybe you fans can help me with this. What is it with Star Trek and their not love of fighters? They sort of brought fighters into this one, but they were indestructible fighters that would crash into things.
What the hell is this?
But Star Trek has always been that way. You've always had these great big capital ships with no fighters.
I love the capital ships.
I love the capital. Don't get me wrong. The capital ships are great, but I'm sorry, if you took a bunch of fighters that can outfly and outmaneuver a large capital ship, you could destroy that capital ship with very little effort and a smaller crew.
Which they did.
That's exactly what happened.
They're boarding us.
Again, we destroyed the Enterprise. I'm like, really? Again?
No, you know what I think it is?
I'm getting tired of that.
You know what I think it is? The Enterprise is the San Francisco Bridge of the sci-fi movies. Okay? Just like the San Francisco Bridge is with kaijus and monsters, the Star Trek Enterprise has to be that. But the film was fun.
Yeah.
The characters are always fun. Mm-hmm. Everybody really fits it, especially Bones.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love what's his name? What's his name that plays Bones again? Carl.
Carl Urban.
You really feel him as Dr. McCoy.
Oh know? Yes.
Well, at least I won't die alone. Well, that's just typical.
I know usually at this point we get into the rating. So what do you rate this movie? 7 destroyed Enterprises.
Hey, let's go with 7.5 Enterprises.
7.5 regular Enterprises or destroyed Enterprises?
Destroyed.
7 Enterprises. The half one's halfway broken.
I would give it a 7.5.
Okay, all right. I'd give it about a 7.
Yeah, the film was fantastic.
Film was great.
It's gonna hit you home towards the end.
Yeah.
There's a moment with Spock, and there's a picture, a very familiar picture. If you're a Star Trek fan and you remember that picture, it's gonna hit home for you guys.
This one was I mean on top of the fun factor, but there was just this whole nostalgia behind the whole film. I mean, we had Anton that passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Leonard Nimoy, which is also remembered in this one. So it's just like you have a lot of fun with it, but at the same time, you just gotta keep from crying, man.
Yeah. I was tearing up a bit, but towards the end, though, I was like, wow.
Yep.
Like, this could be the end. Like,
no, they're gonna have more.
I know. Because I looked it up. It's gonna be Star Trek 4.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
You really want to head back out there, huh?
All right.
But other than that, y'all, thank you for coming back to Geeking Out. I'm your student named Meister.
I'm Bob. Gabe.
Right,
drinking out of Jabba's head.
And may the fun be with you, always.
But not tomorrow.